Good morning. Well, it's almost noon. It's been a really busy day. We started off the morning here with a lot of farming activity because we received 1,800 gallons of milk from a local farm and Guida's Dairy, and we moved that milk all over northeastern Connecticut, so hopefully some of you will be seeing some of that milk. And then I was in a farming mood, so I came up here to the garden where our garden volunteer Mike Tomini was here working on the fence. Now the fence is a little electric fence, so the upper wire is charged and will give a little buzz if you touch it, which you shouldn't ever do. But it also gives a little buzz to any creatures that want to get in the garden. It doesn't hurt them, but it discourages them, and then they just turn around and walk away, and they don't eat the plants that we're trying to grow here in the garden. The fence is very environmentally safe because it runs from solar power, which we think is a really cool thing. And Mr. Tomini donated the whole fence, and now he's doing one more thing to try to make the fence work even better and keep our little critters on their side of the fence. I wanted you to see these beets. These are grown by Full Moon Farm. It's actually my brother and his wife, Rob Miller and Ann Withy, and they grew us these really beautiful little beet seedlings, and I've been hardening them off, which means I've been putting them out at night so that they get used to the cold weather, and they are all ready to get their feet in the ground, which is what I did about an hour ago. So what I did this morning was I took each little cell of beets out, and they had 2 to 3 plants in each, and we planted them 4 inches apart because beets like to be close together and keep each other company. And underneath the soil, that beet is going to grow round and stay just far enough away from his neighbor to grow into a beautiful beet. And in the fall, we will harvest a beautiful beet crop. You can see it goes all the way down in 3 rows in this row, and this will be a very productive row for us. And maybe if you join our garden, you'll be harvesting the beets. So here's the last thing that I wanted to show you today. Jim Jutras, who is another garden volunteer, came and he turned our beds. And he asked that we not step in the beds because that really compresses the beds. So we have the beds nice and high. He's going to come back and put some hoses on for drip irrigation, which is watering the garden when we're not here to water it. And he planted this row of peas. So there are peas planted on either side of this fence. And when they grow, they're going to grow up high on the fence so that we can just stand here like this and pick peas. What could be simpler? And we can even open those peas up and eat them right in the garden. They'll be so sweet. So those peas are growing. They're under the soil right now. But we expect that after these 2 or 3 warm days we're going to have, they're going to pop right up and start to grow.